Was.
Wave.
Everybody.
Should do the wave one night.
Yeah.
First person gets up.
Maybe in the attendees section, we'll have to move them over away from now.
I just cancel it now.
I can't see who.
Hey, guys.
Who's Andy?
Hey, Andy.
Andy, hey, Mark.
Evening.
There's Mark.
He's on.
Oh, you may see me, but all I see is a big picture that says Zoom.
That's good.
You're not missing much. I didn't comb my hair today.
Yeah,
Okay,
I need a shave.
You must be eating peanuts, Mark, because I can see you doing it.
yeah, I am. I'm actually popcorn, enjoying the show.
Stevie, there.
We waiting on.
I don't think anybody.
We're ready? Good to go.
I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
Call to order. This reorganization meeting of the Vernon Township Municipal Utilities Authority will now convene. Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this regular meeting was provided to the public and the press on December 27th, 2022, by delivering to the press such notice and posting same at the municipal building and filed with the office of the MUA as well as posted on the website. Please stand for the salute to the flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which
For which
it
it
stands,
stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The roll call of the members and professionals, please.
Okay, Paul Kearney,
Present.
Andrew Pitzer,
Present.
Dave McDermott,
Present.
Ed Snook,
Present.
Ed DeYoung,
Present.
and Mark Bauer.
Present.
For professionals, we have Don Albright, Administrator and CFO, Howard Lazier, Licensed Operator, Steve Banoski, the Engineer, Rich Renner, the Attorney, and myself, Jacqueline McCabe, Recording Secretary.
Okay, now we have to have our elections. First one up is chairperson. Anyone want?
I nominate Paul
nominations?
Carney.
I
as
second
chair.
that.
All in favor?
Make a motion nominations be closed.
There you go. I'll second that.
That's done.
The vice chairperson.
Take a roll call vote on that.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so for that, Paul, and do I do Paul?
Yeah, all the.
Paul Kearney,
Yes.
Andrew Pitzer,
Yes.
Dave McDermott,
Yes.
Ed Snook,
Yes.
Ed DeYoung,
Yes.
Howard. Sorry,
He said
couldn't
yes,
hear
he
you.
said yes.
Yes, okay.
For the position of vice chairperson, my thought is, and we could vote on this, should we table it until we have all our voting seats filled? Just a thought. Kristen Wee gets reappointed to the board or whoever gets on, they want, we could vote now or we could table it till the next vote. It's just something we could discuss real quick.
I'm okay.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Wait till the next meeting, so we know who we have.
So we just need a motion to table it.
All right, I'll make a motion to table the election of the vice chairperson until our next meeting.
I second that.
Or Andy will.
You need your roll call.
Okay, roll call. I have Paul Kearney,
Yes.
Andrew Pittsger,
Yes.
Dave McDermott,
Yes.
Ed Snook,
Yes.
Ed DeYoung,
Yes,
Mark Bauer.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to open the meeting to the public for agenda items only. Someone like to make a motion?
I make a motion, we open the meeting to the public for agenda items only.
We get a second that. Okay, second by Ed.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
As of right now, I do not have anyone from the public wishing to speak.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to close the meeting to the public for agenda items. only.
I'll make a motion to close the meeting, close the open. I will make a motion to close the meeting to the public for agenda items only.
Got a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Ed.
well said, Dave.
Yeah, it took a little while to get there, huh?
All in favor?
In favor?
Aye.
That's like my golf game.
There you go.
Almost
No more.
non-existent.
No more do-overs.
Mulligan.
Yeah,
Right,
mulligan. There we
exactly.
go.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion to block all of these organization resolution, blow them all as one, as we go down. They're going through them all.
Numbers 2 through 9.
Yeah, numbers 2 through 9. We'll take I off, correct?
Resolution 23-10 is being
Right.
struck from the record.
2310, we're striking right now. So
We're not even gonna vote on it.
Correct.
someone like to make a motion,
I will, to block them, to make them all in one.
all as one.
I'll make a motion that all the resolutions 2 through 9 be voted on as one motion.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Whatever.
Roll call, Paul Kearney,
Yes.
Andrew Pittsger,
Yes.
Dave McDermott,
Yes.
Ed Snook,
Yes.
Ed DeYoung,
Yes,
Mark Bauer. Never mind, that's 5. Okay.
And I just need a motion to approve the block.
Yes.
right.
Right.
Thank you, Rich.
You're welcome.
I'll make the motion to approve the block.
You're a busy man tonight, Dave.
Yes, I am.
I'll second that, Dave.
Okay, and ready? Paul Kearney,
Yes.
Yes.
Dave McDermott,
Yes.
Snook,
Yes.
Ed DeYoung.
Yes,
When it comes to flat gums and.
Motion to approve the bill. Motion to approve resolution 2211 to approve the bill.
so moved.
Where'd you get 10?
Second, please.
Slow, Dave.
Yes.
Have a second?
Yes. Second.
Procedural question here.
Sure.
Resolution 2310. That was not on the block.
Correct.
Has that been
Yeah.
pulled?
Yes.
Okay.
So for the bills,
We have a motion and we have a second.
what's the motion?
Who's Ed? Me? And Ed?
Okay, great. Yes.
Ed
That's
squared.
weird. That's
We're not,
I have to roll call.
Yes.
Paul Kearney,
Yes.
Andrew Pittsger,
Yes.
Dave McDermott,
Yes.
Ed Snook,
Yes.
Ed DeYoung.
yes,
Approval of the minutes, regular meeting minutes of January 19th, 2023. Can I have a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes, January 19th,
Motion.
2022.
23.
23.
23.
23, yeah, it's the 23 on one.
Yeah, I'm having trouble with.
Very good. 2023.
So Andy, motion,
Motion to approve January 19th, 2023's meeting minutes.
Second,
I'll second that.
just Dave was absent from that meeting.
Yes, that was
Okay.
part of.
Paul Kearney,
yes.
Andrew Pittsger,
Yes.
Dave McDermott,
Abstain.
thank you, Ed Snook,
Yes.
Ed DeYoung,
Yes.
and Mark Bauer.
Yes.
Resolution 2312, EDU calculation for 309 Route 94. Donnell?
Yeah, so this one's a little bit strange, because you can see the letter dated back in 2013. So this property has never been connected. They had requested oh my gosh, what's the word? Hardship, thank you. A hardship which was granted by the board a number of times in order to connect. That property is now for sale, so they are looking to do that connection. They did pay the connection fee. I don't
sorry?
know, if it's the buyer or the seller.
So doing it right now.
Yeah.
So right now they're doing some work on it and I think it is the seller.
I think
doing
the
it
seller's
before they-
in the state too.
Yeah,
So anyway, we went back into the records to find out like exactly what the deal with this one was. So they actually did pay connection fee to the MUA. They never paid the connection fee to SCUMA and we never passed a resolution. So in order for them to pay a connection fee to SCUMA, we need a resolution, send to SCUMA so they can do their calculation, which is 1 EDU. And then they have to pay their connection fee to SCUMA and then they can get permits and all that other jazz. This was never done.
So, with that being said, I'd like to make a motion. Resolution.
I'll make the motion for resolution 2312.
Second, please.
I'll second that motion.
okay. Paul Carney,
Yes.
Andrew Pittsger,
Yes.
Dave McDermott,
Yes.
Ed Smith,
Yes.
Ed DeYoung.
Yes,
That brings us to the administrator's update. Now,
Hey, the good news, the pump station 2 easement was like settled the 11th hour, Mountain Creek, and approved at the council meeting on the 23rd of January. So that's great. And we've moved forward. Everything was sent to Capola, during their contract, et cetera. And their bonds and were issued, all the other jazz. So I reached out to Steve and hopefully we'll be setting up a reconstruction meeting at some point in the near future so we can move forward on that, which is awesome.
Thank God.
Yeah. Congratulations to the board for that. Sewer service area mapping is another more good news. We met with the DEP. We are incorporating all the Legend sewer service area into our sewer service area request for expansion. We've kind of all agreed on the mapping. So Dewberry finalized a map. So we're just gonna, have to give my that can go to the DEP for their final review and then we can move forward with that.
we have a date when that's gonna be submitted to the DEP.
Like in the next week or so, I
Okay,
think.
all
Yeah.
right, I don't need an exhibit.
Yeah, no, we're
Soon.
just like we're just finalizing everything, making sure that everything that we've agreed to so far is in our existing.
Good.
Do we have a name of the new contact? I mean, I know we've been through.
Yeah, Eric, Viratech or Virustech or,
Eric.
yeah, I think it's VIROSTEK. Transfer station. So as you can see in the email that I forwarded or included here from Tom Barrell from SCUMA, they will not meet with us until our litigation
Is over.
is complete because they have said that since we're, I just,
Understood.
yeah, it's just
Yeah, for sure.
interesting. Updates on capital items. So suggestions for capital items this year, the camera work that we can now do at the railroad force main, since there's that open, it's not an open area force main, but more, it's exposed now.
Uh-huh.
There's an air release valve on there, so we are going to reach out to get quotes on the replacement of an air release valve and to do the camera work, so we can
Sure.
finally see the inside of that
Good.
force main. We're looking at possibly replacing portions of the lift stations. We have to look into that. I don't really know what that will entail because there's 2 parts to it. And then also the fencing that the board brought up, fencing or some sort of barrier for the generators, where the generators are located.
Yeah, right.
I have quotes coming out tomorrow.
Okay, great, thanks.
Mhm.
Finance update, the fourth quarter financials, obviously they're unaudited for 2022 are up on the website. And we're still working with the DCA for their LEWAP program. So the LEWAP program is the one that pays for low income assistance for utility payments. So it's supposed to be set up through the DCA. They actually reached out to us a month or 2 ago. And they asked for some information confirming certain dollar amounts for different people. And we gave them the information and I asked some questions and they didn't get back to me because that's the state of New Jersey. So yeah, I reached out again to them So hopefully I hear something back.
That could help the people out in the condo. There was a couple of.
If they qualify for it, it's income based, so they have to apply for it. There's information on the township website. Yeah, it's been available since last year. But one, I don't know if, I think the income limits are fairly low, but it is available for anyone who is looking for some financial help. And then those payments are made directly to the MUA.
But Andy and I had worked on something like that after that, the last meeting when the people came and they aired their grievances about the different courts, and there was a couple of veterans, a couple of them were disabled. So maybe this will help them out. Hopefully.
That is all I have. Does anyone has any questions?
I do not have any questions.
Okay,
Andrew does.
yeah.
You know, I have a question for you regarding capital items. Have we done any evaluations on pump station 3 on any needs or preventive maintenance issues that we need to address? And one of the things I remember looking at was the screening process that they have up on the left-hand side of the
Yeah.
station there. Have we looked at whether or not there's a better engineering solution, and if Steve could look into that? That's one area. I know they're working on the building itself, but also any other equipment there that needs to be mapped out for preventive maintenance replacement.
Howie is on, so I think I would defer to Howie on how the screening is working. I believe it has been working fairly well.
No, it has been. It's a manual process, but I was wondering whether it's not something we could look at updating to improve on that ability of it, because there are other automated solutions that might help the workers to reduce their load of having to handle that material in the way they handle it today. Just some thought, food for thought, folks, because there
Yep.
are automated conveyors and stuff like that.
I'm just jotting down notes.
Else?
Because right now it's a manual cleaning process where they take a shovel, they take the plastic bags and they put on these long gloves and they shove the paper into the bag and then they bundle it all up. And there's got to be automated solutions for that. I've got to assume other.
There are automated screen processes out there. They're to install something like that retro wouldn't be a cheap do. And I guess it would, you'd have to, do a cost analysis of how long it takes to do that work.
Yep.
As opposed to the cost of installing something like that, and then which you still have to clean anyway. It's not a bad idea. I just don't know that it would be cost effective in the long run, being
No,
that it's a small system.
Yep, I agree with you at this point, but I'm looking down the road. If we're going to have a sewer service expansion, what does that impact? So start thinking about that and put it on the list as you said, Paul, I think it's a good point. Do a cost analysis of it, but also do a safety analysis of handling of fecal material by our workers. So that's where my head was at with it.
Yeah, unfortunately, in the field of wastewater, you're not gonna completely ever avoid that portion of it, contact. That's why I mean, anywhere from the smallest plants to 1 billion gallon a day plants, personal protective equipment is vital. Guys should always wear gloves, should always wear goggles, should always wear masks or face shields, because a splash in the eye, a splash anywhere, you don't ever know what is someone's putting down there, the waste. So you are right that there are some safety concerns, but that just goes basically with the territory. And we provide the PPE for the men, and I hope that they use it. I know when I'm signing the bills, I do see a lot of rubber gloves being used, and I never question that ever, because it's important. So But, any kind of automated screening thing is something that we could definitely look at. I just don't know that now is the time, but it's definitely something to consider possibly in the future if expansion happens.
Yeah, explore the idea. That's kind of where my head's at. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it. So that will bring us to the licensed operator report. Howie?
Yes, hello. I only have two things, just so we only had one call out on Stonehill. There was a clog on our end, but they did call us early enough to where nothing spilled out. Just a little clog from on the inside. But tomorrow we do have A-Bait fencing coming out to give us quotes for fencing around the generators that were brought up at the last meeting. So that'll be taken care of tomorrow. And we have the gas company coming out to hook up 2 meters.
Okay, good.
Hey, Howie, are those meters, those generators, trackable by internet or, any other type of device where you can see if they're operational or not?
Not that I know of, no.
Now, do they have an exercise cycle that'll be running every couple of weeks to keep the battery charged?
Yeah, we'll do that weekly.
Okay. Thanks.
Any other questions for Howie? No, and move on to the engineer report.
Good evening, everybody. So
Good evening.
just following along with what Donnell said a little bit, just working with Donnell over the last month or so to get the easement with Mountain Creek, and then the authorization to award the construction contract from DEP and iBank. And I will say, I'm not sure if anyone has seen it. iBank did feature this project, the Pump Station 2 project, on their website. So that was nice to see, I guess I'll say.
I wouldn't say that's like the picturesque.
Did we get the check yet?
I did get the invoice for our asset management plan, interest accruing. So that was
Okay.
nice. I got that today.
And then right now we're just reviewing the bonds and insurance from Capola. And then, as Donnell said, hopefully by next week we can have a pre-construction meeting and get things rolling here. Donnell mentioned the sewer service area, so we just updated the mapping in accordance with our last conversations with the DEP. So hopefully that moves along here soon. And then just the other thing that I thought worthy of mentioning is just in the last 2 days, our last day, I guess it really is. We've been looking at some things with regards to the sewers, the physical sewer service from minerals and some issues they were having there. So that's really what I have for today.
And just a comment, because Steve has it here in his report, I did reach out to Steve and James to update the construction cost estimates for specific expanded areas since the township received $3.4 million for sewer expansion. So
That was nice.
yeah, so we have those updated numbers, which is exciting.
Good.
Thank you, Josh. Any other questions, Steve?
Nope.
No?
Steve, are we looking at breaking ground on the 13th? Construction phase?
Probably not breaking ground, but hopefully they can. So basically the first phase and the first kind of, let's call it the part of the work, is the contractor starts, they have to give us what's called shop drawings for us to review for the materials that they are going to purchase. So all that will get in motion here in February. In the reality, so that's part of the construction phase, but it's not actual construction, in the field. So that will be going on for at least probably the first month. And I wouldn't expect, obviously that's up to the contractor what they do, but I wouldn't expect any actual construction till at least about a month into that period.
Okay, very
Steve,
good.
would you know if supply chain issues looking at for what we have to get? Has there been any early indications that we may have delays on these things, or we no way to tell?
There, Capola has not indicated as such. Other people have indicated that there could be issues with the generator. So we'll see what Capola has to say.
Okay, thank you. Okay, someone like to make a motion to open to the public for items not on the agenda.
Motion
Oh.
open to the public?
Get a second, please.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
As of right now, I do not have anyone with their hands raised to speak.
Okay. So you know it from the public. Someone like to make a motion to
I'll
close.
make a motion to close.
Second,
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 Leads us to commissioner comments. Start all the way down in the end with Ed.
Have we got any inkling on Kristen's reappointment or replacement?
Not at this point in time. I personally, for me, not as the board, but I sent an email to the council, supporting Kristen's reappointment. So if that means anything. No, I mean,
I spoke with a couple members.
yeah, I think they have some people in her corner to put her back here. She's a valuable asset. to this board. So I'm hoping that's one of the reasons I wanted to table that other vote, because I would like, if she's back on, I would like her to be a part of these decisions.
When will they move on that, Paul? At their council
Next council meeting, maybe. I'm hoping.
Okay. Yeah.
That's it.
Which is next week.
Be quiet.
I hate to lose her. She's an asset.
Yes, I agree 100%.
Absolutely.
Ed?
The only thing I have is, I was fortunate enough to be able to attend the, Congressman Gottheimer's, awarding of the $3.4 million down at the pump station the other
And I
day.
thank you for representing us.
It was a nice, little ceremony. Howard gave a nice little speech. Josh gave a speech. It was really great, except for the location, which was walking way to hell. Down that hill. Then I had to walk all the way back up the hill, but it was a nice little event, and I was happy that he came up here. I was able to, as he said, claw that money away from Washington.
Yeah.
And I saw the video of it, and I like that he told the guys to come
Yes.
down. I thought that was.
That was really
He
good.
Incorporated the men who do the work into it, so I thought that was a good move on. his
For
part.
sure.
Chief of Police was there too, but he wouldn't come into the picture. He just stayed off the side. But no, you don't need me in it. That's all I have.
Okay, it's Dave.
Everything, it's good to see we've gotten money. And we got something from Washington, thanks to Josh. We continue to move forward like we are and break ground as soon as we can, you know?
I'll be applying for more money too.
Oh, good. Yeah, well,
For everything you can get.
yeah, exactly. And, you know, I mean, we spend, as taxpayers, we spend a lot of money going to Washington. So anytime we can get some more money back, it's always,
It's nice to see some coming back.
yeah, for sure.
And maybe there's more to come. Let's not stop trying.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you don't get it unless you ask for it, so.
Right.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, Donnell had a major input into that, and we have to thank her for her hard work on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Job well done as usual.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, and all right, let's go up to Mark. Mr. Bauer.
Nothing to add, but thanks to Josh and best wishes to all of my colleagues on the board.
Andy?
Thank you.
Well, first of all, as most of you know, I've sold my house and will be relocating in the near future to Virginia. We talked about this privately with a few people. Rich Werner, you have done some research, and can you just enlighten the board members on the rules and regulations about being a citizen of the state, of the town, of the municipality before I make any other announcements?
Sure. So, thanks, Andy. The question that was posed was whether Andy could still continue to serve on the MUA, even though he wouldn't be a resident of New Jersey once he relocated to Virginia. And the statutory authority governing the MUA does not have a per se residency requirement. In other words, you do not have to be a resident of the municipality in order to serve as a commissioner on the board. However, you do need to be a resident of the state of New Jersey to serve on this board or any board in the state of New Jersey. In other words, you cannot be a resident of Pennsylvania and serve on the planning board or the MUA or be an elected official of the township of Vernon. So because of that prohibition in general, that's the lay of the land. Conversely, excuse me, with planning board, you do have to actually be a resident of the municipality. You don't have to be a citizen of the United States, but you have to be a resident of the municipality. In other words, New Jersey not only has to be your primary principal place of residence, but you also have to be a resident of the town in which you are serving on the planning board, with certain exceptions not germane here. So because Andy is relocating, even though he could serve and was not a resident of Vernon on the MUA, he cannot serve because he will no longer be a resident of the state of New Jersey. And that applies for obviously any member on this board or other boards.
Thanks, Rich. And
You're
so
welcome.
with that, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to tell you what I'm going to do is my intentions are to resign as a commissioner of the Vernon Township Utility Authority effective tomorrow, February 10th, 2023. As Rich mentioned, I will be moving to Fredericksburg, Virginia to be closer to our daughter and start our new journey of retirement and travel. Before I conclude my comments here, I just have a few more things to say here. It's been a great privilege and honor to serve on the VTMUA with such knowledgeable, kind, and professional colleagues. During my almost 3 years with this team, we have overcome many hurdles that has improved the operation of the VTMUA. Over this time, I've had the privilege of working with a great group of colleagues over this group. We have accomplished the reorganization of the VTMUA that has brought more efficient operations, improved the financial stability of the utility, developed a preventive maintenance program that has reduced emergency callouts, and finalized the plans for Pump House 2 replacement. And finally, we're in the final stages of completing that sewer service area map that will expand our abilities to add more connections in the future. But none of this would have been possible without the talent and fortitude of the total team. It takes cooperation, collaboration, and communication to have this type of success. So to this team, I wish you success in the future and continue to build on those processes we have established. To Danelle Bright, Jackie McCabe, Howie Lazier, Steve Banowski, and Rich Werner, I greatly appreciate the support and talent that is making the difference here in the VTMUA. You have stabilized it for the future financially. We've done a lot of substantial things and we set up the growth for this. I also forgot our accountant with this as well. Also on a sideline here to Mike Fury, he gave us the start 3 years ago. And he was the catalyst for bringing the energy to this group. He brought the ship back on course. To Paul Carney, your leadership as chair has kept us in focus of doing the right thing. Thank you, Paul. Kristen Wheaton, her skills and her keen attention to detail is appreciated. Dave McDermott, your ability to read people has helped us find the right people for the VTMUA. We've got good people because of you. To Ed Snook, your past experience with a great asset in keeping his team moving. Don't stop, Ed. Ed DeYoung, your financial knowledge is helpful in working with Danelle in the checks and balances we can take with the VTMUA financial stability and making us self-supporting. And Mr. Bauer, your representation of the biggest user group is important, but you need to focus on solutions that will benefit the whole customer base. I want to thank you all for letting me to be part of this success. keep up the good work and make sure you utilize those project charters, the project timelines, and checklists to maintain focus for further success. I know you all do well. Thank you all and keep up the winning streak. It takes a team to do it. Good luck in the future. Sincerely. Thank you.
Thanks, Eddie.
Thank you, Andy.
Very good. All right. Andy.
Great job, Andy.
All right, that's my comments kind of rolling into Andy here. The public often sees results, or lack of results. But in this case, it's definitely results but oftentimes they don't, the public doesn't know the work that goes into getting things accomplished. For instance, us getting federal money, that's, filling out grant applications or applying for these things. It's not just filling out a piece of paper, dumping it in the mail, hoping it comes out. A lot of work goes into these things. And Danelle, you did it and you got it for us, Josh's help, but there was a lot of work involved there and it's greatly appreciated. And that's one of the things that the public doesn't understand, how much work goes in for grants and trying to get money from the federal government. They don't just hand it out because they like it. You got to put the work in to get it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd like to thank Andy for his services on this board because Andy's detail oriented. So a lot of things with a fine tooth comb at times that passed me by. He caught a couple, which I was thankful for. And a lot of behind the scenes work was done in regard to the pump station and other projects. And Andy was very involved with our engineers, administrators, NJD. And someone with this level of involvement as a volunteer at times, it's hard to find. And your efforts are greatly appreciated. And with that, I just wish you luck and happiness in this next chapter of your life.
Thank you, Paul.
And we'll invite you up to the groundbreaking when it happens.
Yep.
Appreciate
Stay in
it.
touch.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We will.
don't be a stranger.
Thank you, Andy.
I'm not gonna let you fail.
And I guess, does anybody make a motion to adjourn?
Dave, I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Second.
There you go.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye all.
Night.
Good luck, Andy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Andy, take care.
You guys keep up the good work.
All right.
Bye now.